Situation happened between my sister and brother-in-law and myself. The business that my father had built was then run by my mother after my father passed away. And as Phyllis and Gil, my sister and brother-in-law, became involved, it became clear that there was no room for me. I would not be able to participate in that business. And I basically felt replaced. I felt that my brother-in-law had taken my place in the family, that my mother, who loves me dearly, uh, wasn't as for me, and I wasn't able to fulfill my role as a competent firstborn son. And my brother-in-law was in that position, and my sister were running the business, and I was no longer permitted to participate in any way. I went through so much agony over it, such tremendous agony, that about 4 years ago I went to the graveyard in Toronto where my father was buried in the wintertime when snow was on the ground. It was in the afternoon. And I went to the grave and I literally threw myself on top of the grave in the snow, weeping, calling for my father's assistance. That must have gone on for maybe 5, 10 minutes. When I got up, I felt some kind of spiritual upliftment. The situation was not resolved, but at least I felt some relief. But the situation continued, and I continued to have resentments, deep resentments about the situation. And I was distraught that I had these resentments. I don't like carrying that, but nonetheless, there it was. And any time I would visit my mother and sister-in-law and brother-in-law, because they're in Toronto, Canada, I would feel an estrangement over it. And I didn't like feeling that estrangement. I didn't like having this resentment. It's not spiritually or psychologically healthy to have that. So this went on for about 3 to 4 years. And then about a year ago, I felt inspired uh, through reading various spiritual teachings from the Baha'i teachings from Abdul Baha, and just from my own inner self of wanting to overcome this suffering. And I ended up writing a poem prayer that set a stage for other events to happen. And the poem prayer went like this. How many times have I gone so far away that I could not find myself? Or was it that I found only a stranger who knew not of love, but did remember it? Why, I say to him, have you appeared in my place? Here it is so cold and dark. We remember love, but cannot touch its light right now. Let us wait in the shadows for our beloved to appear, that our love may save us. But we are not ready, for we are covered in the death of ourselves. Here we do not see another, but only the offenses done to us. We know compassion is the only key to open the dungeon of ourselves. But we cling to the memory of the wrongs done to us, which is death, and each count seals the coffin ever tighter. There is a power, a miracle, which could deliver us. It is holy and can only be found in the dance of ancient awakening. O beloved, let me forget myself and be consumed in you. Through my tears I beg forgiveness for having been consumed in myself. Let my tears of compassion raise me to the timeless freedom, escaping the prison of blaming others. O my divine tears of freedom, wash away the wrongs of all I see that is done against me. I forgive now and forever all who speak or do against me. Within this eternal pledge is my protection against myself, for it is my own perceptions of the wrongdoings done to me that separate me from myself. I pray that my tears of compassion wash away all memory of injustices against me. I ask to only see the suffering which led to their destructive actions. Please allow me the privilege to see the pain which causes others to strike. Even though I will take practical actions to protect myself, I will comfort the oppressed who aspire to oppress me as a loving mother caresses her weeping child. I carve this resolution in the tablet of my heart, with my every breath a reminder of this covenant. O Spirit of truth, all my days are yours to command. I will no longer hide behind the veils of separateness and victimization, for within their dark perimeters lie the evil of myself and the reason I become lost. Let me say to all I meet, please allow me the privilege of serving you. Allow my love to comfort you and to bring you peace. You need never fear me, for I do not judge you, nor do I take offense. You have brought me yourself, and for that I am grateful. I trust you struggle, as I do, to manifest the goodness enshrined within your being. I believe in you and in your greatness. Within several weeks of that, I was back in Toronto talking with my sister. And she said within the last 2 weeks she had a vision from God. And the vision was that Arnie is forgiven for all his sins, for all his life. And she said, Lord, he has so many sins. Is he forgiven for all his sins? And the answer was yes, he's forgiving all his sins. She didn't know I had written this, or that that had been in my heart. Well, that began some kind of further reconciliation. Then, 6 months to a year later, I recently visited my mother, who was not well, and my sister and brother-in-law. But I had this power thought. Phyllis and Gil, I love you and I forgive you, and I am here to serve you. Phyllis and Gil, I love you and I forgive you, and I am your servant. Over and over on the flight over. It's about a 5-hour flight, over and over. And when I got there, truly within my heart, I rejoiced to see them. They were there, Phyllis and Gil and my mother, all there. Which is unusual in itself. Usually just one of them shows up. They were all there. And I embraced them and kissed them and was genuinely happy. It wasn't that I was just being outwardly nice but inwardly harboring this resentment. Through and through, it was gone. They felt the difference. We had a tremendous harmonious visit, and the harmony continues. We call each other. There's no sign of any of the resentment. 2-3 weeks later, I'm still free of that, and I continue with the power thought. And I would have to say, for those who've known me and what I've gone through over these 5 years, that it's been truly a miracle, made possible by undoubtedly the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, but also by an emanation of the Spirit, which are the power thoughts, and these particular power thoughts of forgiveness and of servitude.